Right, welcome back to the Kop TV. For the 6th time in the last 7 games, I'm reacting to a loss for Liverpool, which I've never done on the Kop TV. I've been doing this job for, almost 6 years now? 6 years, Jack? Getting up to 6 years. Me and my brother Jack filming outside the Kop every week. And I've never experienced a period this negative before. So there's a couple ways to react to that. First of all, instead of doing the head loss thing and shouting and screaming, I'm going to try and break it down. Before this game, when the rumoured lineups came out, which I was aware of at maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, I was flabbergasted by the lineup tonight. It's one of a few things. It's either Slot picks this team believing they can win against a team that's beaten us twice already this season and now 3 times. He either thought with that team we'd win. He rested a lot of the key players to preserve them and save them from injuries to go into the Villa game on Saturday. Or, I mean, that's the only 2 options I can think of. He's basically thrown this game before it's even started. I mean, let's go through it. Freddie Woodman makes his debut, right? Big him up, right? Makes his debut for Liverpool. Actually made a couple of really strong saves. The defence tonight was Gomez, Calvin Ramsey. I mean, Mario called me up yesterday and he said, "Oh, I heard Calvin Harris is playing right back tonight for Liverpool." Calvin Ramsey actually played okay, but it's his first game in 3 years. Gomez, Robertson and Kirkes. So many mistakes made in that back four tonight. And then Endo, Robertson and Kirkes. In the midfield, McAllister, Nayoni, and I can't even remember who. Let me get the team up. Because again, there were so many new faces tonight. I need to actually remember what the team was tonight. Because it wasn't the players' fault tonight whatsoever. It's the manager for picking such a poor team. Ramsey, Endo, Gomez, Robertson and Kirkes at the back. Kieran Morrison, Trey Nayoni, McAllister, Rio, who was clearly the best player, and Federico Chiesa, who finally gets to start for Liverpool. And then off the bench, we saw Amara Nallo, who got sent off again. 2 games for Liverpool, 2 red cards for Liverpool. He's had more red cards than games completed for the Reds. Welity lucky, I'll be honest, big him up. He's made his debut for Liverpool tonight. He's achieved a dream that I'll never be able to complete. So congratulations on all your hard work to get to the stage where you play for Liverpool in a cup. But I've never heard of him. And if I've never heard of him, then that's a problem. Cade Gordon, Trent, Kone, Doherty as well, all came on. And there wasn't one player on the bench tonight for Liverpool where you thought, oh, he can come on and change the game and maybe win us the game. So the lineup was so negative, it was almost arrogant. You've actually thrown away a cup game in which we now go out of, we've been knocked out of, in which we got to the final of last season. But you've thrown a game away when you actually had to win the game tonight. Liverpool, this was a must-win game for Liverpool tonight. This was a must-win one. Not only for the fact that we wanted to get to Wembley and do another cup run, get to the quarters, get to the semis and the final. We're 3 games away from Wembley tonight. But because of the fact that the momentum, the confidence boost, the morale boost that this win would have given you tonight, with such a weakened team going into that Villa game on Saturday, who are on an absolutely great run. I think they've won 5 of the last 6, Villa. So it almost deflates us before that game's even kicked off. And on 81 minutes, when you're hearing the Palace fans saying, "Can we play you every week? Is there a fire drill?" And what else were they singing? "You're getting sacked in the morning." When Crystal Palace fans are singing that here on a Wednesday night at the end of October, you know you're in trouble. This is a team that's beaten us 3 times in 12 games in different stadiums each time, home, away and Wembley. And they were well up for it tonight. I saw an interview from Lacroix who said, "We go there to win. It's a cup game. It's 190 minutes plus penalties. It's like a final. We go there to win." And I absolutely agree with him. Crystal Palace did play to win tonight. But one thing I can't do is criticise any of the lads. Kieran Morrison, for example, he's never ready to be starting a really pressurised cup game at Liverpool at home to Palace in the 4th round. It's unfair to even start him tonight, knowing the pressure on his shoulders. And the occasion swallowed him up. But I'm not saying that he doesn't go on to have a good career in the game, but to play him when you've got the likes of, you know, even a Gakpo tonight, even a Soboslai, even a AGT tonight. Could we, as Liverpool, afford to play that team tonight? No. Could Arne Slot afford, knowing who the next 3 games are, to put a team out like that tonight when you know the pressure that's on the players and the manager? No. No is the answer. You can't put a team like that out and expect to get through and win that game in a very good Palace side. Let's admit, even their B team is very good. They're so well drilled. Oliver Glasner knows how to beat us, home, away or neutral. He's also told Frankfurt how to beat us. That didn't work for him. But Oliver Glasner's definitely one to keep an eye on in the future. But I mean, I don't know what to say, people, because on one hand I can't blame the players that played. On the other hand, I don't want to go too far into the manager, because he's now got a massive job to pick these players up. The next 2 games are at home. Villa on Saturday, 8 o'clock, and they're on a great run. And then Real Madrid at home in the Champions League, which again is a must-win game. Every single game from here on in from Arne Slot and for Liverpool, whether we like it or not, is a must-win game. Where do we go from here, people? 6 out of 7 we've lost outside the amazing Kop. Right, the last 2 games we've faced at Anfield, we've lost 5-1 in aggregate. And once again, across my 5.5 years on the Kop TV, that has never happened. And I hope it never happens again. But I'm a laughing stock once again. I go to DR Sports tomorrow. They're probably going to have egos all over the place. They're probably going to be, and they deserve to be. If anything, the losses, yes, let's ask that question. When are they going to stop? I don't know, I don't know how I sound, but when are the cookings going to stop? For me, I'm tired of defending this team. There's nothing to defend them about. We play Aston Villa at home on Saturday. We're actually doing a watch along for that on the Kop TV, so make sure you watch that. But I think the best player tonight was probably Rio, who had a shot that whistled past the post. Chiesa obviously did his thing and put the passion in. 6 defeats in 7, guys. This is a very, very, very big problem. And when will it end? How does it end? How do we beat Villa on Saturday with the form they're in? Yes, we'll probably go back to a very nearish full-strength team on Saturday, but in terms of confidence, morale, we're on the floor right now. Liverpool are on the floor right now. And everyone that I speak to who sits near me in the game, who I see, you know, walking in and out of the game, the patience is wearing thin. The patience is wearing thin for Liverpool. So, listen, credit to the lads that started tonight. I don't want to rip them up too much, but I have to blame the manager for that team that he put out tonight, which genuinely was nowhere near even getting a result tonight. I think it's actually a little bit irresponsible to play a team with that many youngsters in it who have no experience in cup competitions. Nallo, bless him. Do you know what? My heart goes out to that kid. He's played 2 times for Liverpool and he's got 2 red cards. It's laughable. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. Chiesa, big him up. Rio, big him up. Apart from that, everyone was poor tonight. And Palace fully deserved the win. You know, more than enough credit in the bank to win that game 3-0. Could have even won it by more. Sarr, how many goals are we going to let him score against us? By the way, we've still got to play Palace again this season. At their place. Sorry, at Anfield again. In the league. When's it going to end, Robbie? But listen, I don't know where we go from here. I don't know where we go from here. It's embarrassing, of course it is. It's irresponsible from the manager. The players aren't up to it. We're only seeing maybe 1 or 2 players after each and every game come off the pitch with their head held high. And I genuinely do not know where we go from here. Aston Villa on Saturday, it's an absolute must win. Let me ask you the question. So I'm fed up of talking about this. Let me ask you the question. What happens in the next 3 games if we don't win any? Who thought I'd be asking this question 6 months after standing in this exact spot celebrating the Premier League title? Wow, how football changes quickly. But anyway, try and sum up the game in the chat. Try and subscribe to the Kop TV if you haven't already. Like the video. And we'll be back on the channel tomorrow with the Aston Villa preview. And just trying to, again, break down what Arne Slot has chosen to do tonight, which is to put out a massively inexperienced team. You've got Mo Salah eating pineapples behind the bench tonight. You've got Gakpo, Van Dijk, Konate, all these players that could have impacted it, Gakpo, and they just weren't involved tonight. So there has to be questions made of the manager tonight. So Liverpool 0, Crystal Palace 3, and we're out of the Carabao Cup. Where do we go from here? Let me know in the chat.